Alright, it's a bit too technical for me, this one. Today you join me going towards Ashcombe. I just left Dawlish. The plan for today is to go up over Haldon. We're going to shoot straight through Haldon. Maybe I'll go in the forest just a little bit for a little bit of quick off-road. And then we're going to carry on to Bidford, make our way up towards Tottiford Reservoir. We'll then come back down towards Bovey Tracey, and then one final climb up, I guess, over the back of Teignmouth, past the golf course and back towards Dawlish. So it's going to be quite a big one today. 1100 meters of elevation. I think it's maybe 65 kilometers, so I think that is quite a big one for me, especially on the elevation side. And it's about 7:45 on a Sunday morning. It is surprisingly cold, actually. The summer is done with. I wish I had brought gloves, but I'm glad. And I've got my long sleeve jersey on at least. I was close to not wearing it, and it's definitely needed today, at least for early morning. I've got a big climb coming up the Ashcombe Beast, so hopefully that's going to warm me up a little. Alright, that's the first climb done. I haven't done the second climb before. I think looking at the elevation map at least, it is the biggest climb on the route as well. I haven't felt too well this week, but that felt good, to be honest. I did struggle this week for cycling. I'm feeling like I've got it a bit more today. And we're in Haldon Forest now. This is ideal place to come if you're on your bike, obviously, and you want to do some off-road, but also if you're dog walking, looking to go on a little bit of a walk yourself. We're going to shoot straight through, and there is another official bike park in the area. I'm not going to, well, I will go in that a little bit actually, but yeah, if you're looking to mountain bike especially, that's the place to go. My GPS tells me my next climb is coming. 321 meters. I didn't realise it's going to be quite as big as that, to be honest. I've done similar climbing up to Dartmoor, so not too concerned. Alright, so behind us, this is Blackingstone Rock, the Lonely Tor as I call it. I think we'll go around the back and then I don't know if you can see, but there's some ladders that lead up to the top, so we can go up to the top and then look right over towards Dartmoor and see his three friends, his distant friends. That's why I consider him the Lonely Tor. This is on top of the Blackingstone Rock. Over in the distance here, these are the tours of Dartmoor. So you've got the three tours that are kind of close together, and then this one separated. Still almost just as high, I think. Not maybe tens of meters in it, 10-20 meters maybe. As far as climbs go, that wasn't too bad at all actually. I was a little bit surprised when I saw the 320 meters of elevation, but it did definitely make sense given that I am just as high as the ones in Dartmoor now. I know that one's like a 340 meter climb, so, but it was actually easier than the Dartmoor climb. It's deep at the start, but then really once you've done that initial, I don't know, maybe 100 meters, it was very, very easy going. And 10 to 10 on a Sunday. This is why you come out early really, because there's been no traffic, nobody here today. My bike's down there next to the picnic bench. I'm going to have my lunch. I know it's not even 10 o'clock yet, but if you start early you eat early, so I'm looking forward to my lunch. And what we're going to do after lunch, we'll follow this lane here. We're quite close to Tottiford Reservoir already, so we'll have a look around the reservoir. It's a reservoir that feeds kind of Bovey Tracey and I think also Newton Abbot, so a really nice area there as well. Time for some lunch and then we'll carry on. Alright, so this one is Tottiford Reservoir, and the last one we saw further up was Kennock. I came this way a few months ago, and I must admit I don't remember seeing like the walls kind of leading the water down, so maybe the water level was much higher at that point. So this is the bottom end of Tottiford Reservoir. I'm pretty sure that it is much lower than when I saw it last, and I've got a few pictures from last time. I didn't record that ride, but I've got a few pictures so I can take a look at that and see how much further down it is. So I'm just enjoying the sun for a minute because I did definitely get a chill when I was up by the Blackingstone Rock. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and get into Lustleigh. When I kind of mapped this out on Strava, Strava did give me a route over to Lustleigh, but I'm not entirely confident that I can go that way. I think it's trying to send me through a farm, so I'll give it a go and see. If we can go that way, then it means I can get onto the cycle trail a little bit sooner that leads into Bovey Tracey. It goes alongside a place called Park with an E. It's one of these National Trust places. A very nice place for going on a walk. And there is a cycle trail that runs alongside it, so if I can get on that, it will lead us into Bovey Tracey. Should be a nice little route. Okay, let's see if we can find Lustleigh. Okay, this is the path I wasn't sure about, but it is a public bridle way, as they say. You are allowed to take your bike on a bridle way, so I think we're good. Okay, do I really want to get back on my bike here? Okay, I was going to go up there, but I think it's actually through here anyway. So I don't know this area well at all, but something definitely told me on Strava that maybe it wasn't quite going to be accessible in some way. I'm getting there. I think my intuition was definitely right. All right. Yep. It's a bit too technical for me, this one. I wasn't too far from going over then. I think the mountain bikers would be laughing at me on this one. That ride was almost 63 kilometers and 1100 meters elevation. I really enjoyed it, and I got lucky with the weather. Definitely, it was nice and dry. I think 1100 meters for me is about my limit. I have done it 2 other times, but I haven't actually exceeded that, so I think that is pretty good going. But I do see people doing more, and I wonder how the hell they do it. But for me, I've been on my bike almost 5 hours today, so I think that's more than enough. I've definitely had fun. And I don't know, maybe I need to buy one of these Zwift bikes, and then I can sort of just stay on a regular kind of hill and practice my climbs and get more elevation. But today was plenty enough for me. I've really enjoyed it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.